Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I know that the Americans are smart people, are an educated society compared with, I would say, most of the world. I have to say that. And one of the reasons why I'm saying that is because a lot of people come to study here, and not a lot of Americans go in the rest of the world to study. So that tells me that people still come here to study because they give something more than others are giving. That's one of the reasons. Now, I know they're smart because I see how they interact. I know what they produced, what they created. Now, that doesn't mean that other countries, other nations are not smart as well. But I said that because with that being said, as a foundation for this conversation, the parameter, the limits, the rules, it seems like some people out there in charge of this educated or smart society, nation, are not smart, or they are smart, but they are maybe traitors. Definitely don't work for the good of their own people if we are their own people. What's going on? Immigration. Let me show you a title, and then we're going to discuss. Sputnik tells us that illegal crossings along southern U.S. border hit daily record of 12,000 people. 12,000 people a day. I started with saying that Americans are smart. How can you allow 12,000 people daily entering your property without knowing who they are, and why would you want that? If the thing is, we need people to help our economy, which is, I will explain why, garbage, why don't you plan as a smart person to accept certain kind of people with certain kind of skills for the certain kind of jobs that you really need? Even though that to me sounds like you hire servants. Obviously that's voluntary, so it can be servitude, but still to a certain extent it sounds like that. Now, I don't think that United States of America, the Americans, the smart, hard working people, they can't work, or they don't want to work. They don't want to do, this is the garbage we're fed. They don't want to do certain jobs. If you pay someone the right amount, that person will do anything for that right amount. Picking up garbage, catching dogs, cleaning poop. But the problem is, you're not paid. Why are you not paid? If you say you can't afford, that means the economy, the guys in charge, do not create an environment, a business environment that would create well-paid jobs. Now, if you think, no, is the rich versus the poor, yeah, it has sense to a certain extent. You can, but on the other hand, how do you solve that? By bringing poor people in. That will take the jobs of the already in Americans. Remember, each immigrant from those 12,000 will come here, and after 5 years, they will become like the rest of us, and they will look at others coming and taking their jobs because they will offer labor at a lower price than these guys in 5 years. Why? Because in 5 years, in the United States, you're going to have expenses. Like, let's say you have a house, let's say you have children, let's say your children are engaged in sports or other activities. That is money. And when you after 5 years, 6 years, these immigrants that enter the United States of America, let's say amnesty, and they get citizenship, 6 years, let's put it 6 years. 5 years to be a permanent resident, 6 years, you wait 1 more year, blah, 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 you're a citizen. You don't even have to be a citizen, you're a permanent resident. You will have everything what the Americans have except going over there and supposedly vote or get elected. That's it. Everything else you got. So you're going to have a house, or if you are a productive member of the society. If you're not going to have anything. You're going to be a loser. So if you are a productive member of the society, you're going to probably have a house. You're going to have a few payments for some new cars. You have some children, right? And you're fed, you're up, you're done. That's how you're done. You just work to enjoy life. And then these guys are coming, the ones that when you came, you screwed up others. Why? Because when you come here, if I come from somewhere where I work with 5 cents an hour, I come somewhere and someone gives me, I don't know, says, I'm going to give you 20, but you know what? I will work for $15, not cents, dollars. From 5 cents, go to $15, and I have to compete with an American who gets 20. I will work for $10 an hour, and I can still afford having that. So the guy that you will become in 7 years, the American, you will be losing your job to another guy that enters in 5 years. So why would you want this as a society? Because you create unemployment and you create a problem. You depress the wages. How do you depress the wages? You depress the wages when you have people to pick from. So if I have here 20 laborers and I have one job, they will sell themselves for the least. And I can afford saying, I'm not going to, you want $20 an hour for that job? No. And I'm going to find one who's going to do it for $1 an hour. That's how you depress the wages. So if you get these guys desperate people, I was desperate, you don't have anything. You have to start from what? Washing dishes, working in construction, building houses, driving trucks, working in retail, selling stuff. That's what you are. That's what you are. And then you grow. But when you get and say, I'm done with that hardship, the immigrants are coming. And they're going to take your job when you think you made it. So that's the one. The other one, so I'm saying these guys in charge, they should calculate, and they are capable of designing such a process by which they get the right people for the right jobs, if that's the point. Limit it so you don't screw up the guys already who built this country. There are people that are 60, 70 years old. Some of them collect Social Security, pensions. Now you screw them. Those guys work like crazy for what you have right now. This is going down. And so that's one thing. The other one is legality. I mean, I should have probably started with that one, but I started with this, so I destroyed the economic argument, or at least I talk about it. Remember, if you are for it, it's either because you understand what's going on, and I have to say that, and I just explained to you, depressing the wages and then create a class of unemployed. That's one thing, and the businesses will have people to pick from. And those guys will become what these guys are, what you are right now. Or you work for you're a professor somewhere. You have in certain jobs that are protected. That guy who immigrates right now illegally cannot apply for your job for about 15 or to 20 years. Cannot apply for your job. Why? Because the first 7, 8, 10 years has to work to make sure reaches the stability, then goes to college, gets a diploma that you have, and then he needs experience about 3-4 years. So that's why in about 20 years, he's going to challenge you. Now, if you're 30, you're going to be 50 something. You're going to have what? Seniority. So that guy is not going to threaten you unless that guy is going to say, well, I got some experience. I would work half the wage you work. I will take your job overnight. You're going to be fired unless you are protected. And you will protect yourself. So these guys that are protected are very tolerant. Yeah, let them come, because my job is not going to be affected. Yours is going to be affected. I don't care. I'm a good person. Legality. Nobody enters a property without permission. Private property. United States of America is private property. U.S. citizen private property. Who enter in? If you want to go and try to jump over, let's say, Biden's house, private property, or you want to go over, let's say, the White House, private property, what do you think will happen? And you want to put over there a tent. Do you think they will help you, give you an attorney, and will camp you over there somewhere, maybe in the Oval Office? They give you a desk? No, they will grab you roughly, and if you oppose them, they want to beat the shit out of you, handcuff you, and throw you in jail. And then send you to jail, and then after that, they release you where? Where you came from. In the society, not at the White House lawn where you try to get in. Why is that? Because that's them and that's us. Now that's reality, not what's going on over here. So whoever's trespassing, you catch that person, you send it back. Now if you want to apply for this or that, you do it in your own country, not already being in my house. Well, I want to be part of your family, but first I burst in your house and I pick a neighborhood, right? I pick a bedroom, I pick my shower, I have the refrigerator, and say, you know what, I would like to apply to become a member of your family. Once you illegally entered my house, yes. But if this would happen to another person in the same house who you don't have access to his bedroom, you have access to everything everybody else, has private property, but not to my private property, what is that? So it's illegal. Illegality, that means a crime. If you commit something illegal, that's a crime. And we have laws for that. There are laws. 12,000 a day, that's a city, a village. Remember, in 10 days is what? 120,000. 120,000 people in 10 days. I don't want to say 100 days, then you attach another zero and so on. My friends, this is garbage. And these people that come in illegally, they commit a crime knowingly. If there's a murder somewhere, you see if it was pre-planned or no, and sometimes accidental. But this is not accident. This is, it was pre-planned. Now that's penalty is always heftier for pre-planned. So now we're just they are just screwing us. That's what's going on. I'm all for competition. I came here as an immigrant, legal, and I worked my ass off. I got out of that, and I worked all kind of jobs. I didn't have to, as a quality of a person that I am. And I'm going to say that because I didn't come from the bottom of the society where I come from. I didn't come as a barrel scraper, whatever. I didn't come from that, right? I came from a different kind of family. So when I came here, I did jobs that in where I come from, I would have done it. I wouldn't have done it. It was not my level. I was not my level. Yes, my level, intellectual and more than that. I came here, I have to start from zero. Do you think I like that? Do you think I celebrated that? I ate shit for years. And I succeeded. And now I see these guys coming and cutting the line for productive. I'm a very productive member of society. I'm a quality for this society. I'm quality. I know a lot of people who came in legally, they're not quality. I know from my own community, blah, blah, blah. Not quality. No, they just stay on government perks, which is our taxes, or their money that they borrow or they print, because we are bankrupt anyway. So I have not only a legal, moral standpoint, I also have a personal beef with this kind of garbage. These guys are smart and they can control it. The border can be secured. If I would be in charge and there would be a wheel, say, Emil, you do it, whatever. I guarantee you in 2 hours, it's going to drop, not 2 hours, because the word has to spread first. In 24 hours. In 24 hours, it's going to, from 100%, it's going to go to less than 1%. Less than 1% of the people who think about, it's going to be only the people who think, I'm going to sacrifice my life big time right here. I'm going to risk my life, because that's what's going to be. I'm going to catch you, or you're not going to come in. Let's put it this way. You're not going to enter. Physically, you're not going to make it. And that's going to be spread. And people will find out that you're not able to enter. And they will stop coming. And there will be some crazies who will try. And they will not be able to enter. Now, 100%, I don't think so. But 99.99999% certain they will not be entering. There's going to be a deterrent. Why? By example. You have to do, not to say stuff. Do it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.